Of course. Exactly what I was thinking. Well, that dude's dead though. Crown Prince Albert is not gonna let him live. It's crazy that you were born, but it'll be even crazier if another one of you was born, because then we got 3 generations of badasses. Yo, she means business. But a melee fighter, huh? Like, we don't have that on our squad. Everyone's like swords and shit, right? The girl has built up quite the following in this crowd. You can't steal her. So that means there should have been 2 people that we selected at the night selection exam, but then the fucking 10th prince had to be a dick, huh? 10th prince basically said, you're gonna suck my dick if you want to pass. Shame how nothing has changed in the world, huh? People abusing their power for sexual gain. Might as well be president of the USA. I can still spank him even if he's emperor. Bro literally is like, I'll smack an emperor upside the head. I used to fucking bounce him on my knee. What an uncle. Jesus Christ, we're collecting him like crazy, so he's gonna end up with something with every element. Of course, those are just the highlights. The full uncut, unblurred live reaction is over on Patreon. Let's jump into it. We got a lot to talk about this week. So, we had a lot happen. This show flies by, and I swear I'm watching multiple episodes in one. This girl is awesome. Should have been in the night selection exam. Essentially, the 10th prince pretty much wanted a slobby knob job in order for her to get a spot. And that's not right, but some things never change, sadly. And the way she is out here throwing fools left and right, and had it not been for that numbing dart that got shot into her leg, she would have cleared the floor with every single person. It's so cool seeing characters just hold their own and just immediately seeing that they have opportunities to not only make their own lives better, but also be of very high use to Noah. And if you remember what I said when we were doing the night selection exam, I was slightly disappointed at the time. I was saying, hey, you know what? I would have liked to have at least one more, maybe a couple more people get selected by Noah. And Noah even says, like, you weren't in the selection because if you were, I would have hired you. Like, you were good. Turns out Noah, like myself, is disappointed there's only one real option. And it turns out 10th Prince needs to be put on a list because fuck him. I don't know, call me crazy, but I like seeing a strong woman be able to put people in their place. And also, her outfit is, like, surprisingly not sexual. And it works really well. Like, she's obviously attractively designed, but, like, they went out of their way not to just put her in a thong, which often these types of shows would do. So I respect that a hell of a lot. But I think one of my favorite things about this entire episode is the concepts of what the King Noah and Uncle, who we just get introduced to, the Lightning Prince, had in store for the political marriage, childbirth, and succession for the throne. So I have been very much on team Noah's gonna be king someday. The thing is with Noah being king, there still is the potential. There's the age that is an issue, but also there would still be the tug of war to varying degrees. Seems like we're on team grandchild. Now, with that comes a lot of uncertainty. I feel like this man got lucky that one of his sons, 1 out of 13 of his sons, had the same level of brilliance as him. 1% chance that if Noah has a kid with the Lightning Prince's granddaughter, that they could have someone, because of an oracle saying, even more intelligent and crazy than both of them. It's an interesting thought. Though I do have to wonder, how long does bro plan to live? I figured if he was lucky, he had another decade. Noah, while definitely at an age where he could probably get someone pregnant, as fucked up as it is to admit, I'm interested in what they do here. I'm hoping that Noah's gonna get to like the age of 18. The king's gonna be on his deathbed or something. He's gonna say, you know what, you are now the heir. I trust you to make the right decisions. And yeah, Noah's kid will still end up, because at the rate we're going, Noah's gonna have a daughter rather than a son. And we know that this world would not want to follow a queen, right? They follow very old medieval-like mindsets. The most you could hope for is that queen regent while son comes of age could happen, stuff like that. There's a lot of uncertainty, but I think all I learned in this episode is that Uncle Dearest over here is awesome. Bro straight up said, yeah, you know what? I'll follow my orders, because that's what a loyal subject does. But if I thought you were a dumb fucking kid, you wouldn't be marrying my granddaughter. Okay, but that's an order from the king. I don't give a shit. I used to slap that fool around on my goddamn knee. He may be my king, but I'm still above him, and I'd bit. He literally said he would punch a fucking king. Now, did he actually say punch? No, but he would smack a king upside the head. You know how you would minimum lose your hand. Keep in mind, in this episode, The son who fucked around and found out got sentenced to cut in half. You losing that hand, but he's like, you know what? I can take him. I may be getting up there in my age, but I can still take him. I'm like, you know what? I respect that. We are collecting, we're building the Megazord, right? So he gives us another ring. We're up to 4. I forgot about the Wind Fairy spirit thing that we got from the mirror the other day, because it's not on a ring, so I completely forgot about it. We got this, like, bull in a china shop now, right? This shit's cool. This is really cool. They're all really uniquely designed, and they do something at the end. And I'm not sure what they're exactly planning, but I feel like it's a merge. I feel like they can act as separate entities, but they can also do some sort of Megazord transformation. And I think they're going to merge into one even cooler looking thing. I will admit, though, I do think this bull design is probably my favorite out of the group. These two are just cool. Like, they're fucking Final Fantasy characters, I'm convinced. And she's awesomely designed, too. But this thing in particular, I think is really cool. And up close and personal, it kind of looks like a Minotaur, like it's on 2 legs. I don't know. It's fucking awesome, man. This dude was a grade A scumbag, though. I thought it was really funny because we know about this show, right? We know that anyone who talks down to royalty and they know is royalty, right? That's a very bad time waiting for you. Remember, it was like 3 weeks ago or whatever. I had someone try to be like, oh, this doesn't make sense. It's like a plot hole, right? No, the way it works is that if you were to attempt to kill Noah here, not knowing Noah is the 13th prince, you would be charged for attempted murder, not attempted murder on a government official or attempted murder on crowned royalty, right? But should you realize he is the crown prince and still pursue to disrespect him, such as not bowing before someone who is above you in a political sense? That's why that dude in the market square, Noah found an excuse to kill him because he deserved to be killed, but he can't just do it of free will. He needs to make it justified. So, you know who I am now. I've said I'm Noah, and you still refuse to bow to me. Off with your head. Same thing here. Dude never realized who it was until the very end. So the fact that Noah was able to have a little fun with this guy, and just the fact that the crowd in general already supported the girl in question that he's screwing over, because her whole thing was that I need money. So for 3 Reen, if you can beat me in a fist-to-fist battle, you can do whatever you want. I'm your whore, I'm your wife, whatever. Because she's that talented. She was winning every fight. And, you know, combined with the fact that literally one of the princes in this kingdom treated her like a common whore, I mean, it's really interesting how she was taking that power back for herself and beating up people who thought they even had a like, anyone who's reasonably paying 3 to try to get a wife, you deserve to get your ass beat, right? So the fact that a prince who's actually lower ranked than the prince above him that screwed over her life and showed her that level of kindness is really nice. And I think just this whole episode just reinforces why I like this show so much, because the politics is remaining to be really interesting. It has that kind of whimsical fantasy element, which is the rings and the extra little magical stuff. But look at the politics at the beginning. I want to give you my dead son's lands because you deserve it, but I'm not an idiot. So I'm not going to give it to you because that would, you know, then people would start targeting you because this was supposed to be anonymous. It's so interesting. Even the marriage thing, like Noah and his father are literally identical. And you could easily say, well, yeah, like father, like son. It took him 13 sons to have someone that identical. It's not something that happens. And I think that's why that 1% chance of Noah's own kid being even crazier is such a gamble. But if anyone's going to pull it off, it's going to be him, because his dad doesn't know about all of his bonus. If he really pours his... If he finds something that can boost his luck, that 1% is going to be a 10%, which could be 100% without much struggle. You know what I mean? So, great shit. You can let me know your thoughts down below on this week's episode. I think this is still the best show of the season. Your thoughts, drop a like, share your support though, subscribe, ring that bell if you haven't already, and can head over to the Patreon. You can catch full live reaction over there. And if you're already over there, I'll give you a video shout out as well, because without my patrons, these types of videos wouldn't be possible at all. Alright, so today we got Alias Cortez, Jose Rafael Caster, Azurl, Nebzin 10 Zine, Charles Polk, Renee Villarreal, Katrin, and we also have a Black Cat 19. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You know, have a good one.